Okay, so this crazy situation is going viral right here. Parents, what would you do if you were in this situation? This kid walks up to these parents' door, banging on the door looking for their daughter with a whip in his hand and just watch this, just watch this. Need to mind you, this all led to this child's father being arrested for firing a gun. Let's get into this crazy story.
Little boy, you better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my goddamn door like that. Go. Okay.
Where the hell does he get a whip? Why? Is something going on in his household that we don't know about? Let's go ahead and listen and see. So the father confronted the other father. Check this out.
My son never touched your car.
We
You got
have
no video that he touched your car?
the neighbor does across the street.
You got video?
Come over here.
Not really. We have it on video. All right, get off my property. Seriously, get off my property.
Well, I tell you.
Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son.
I'm showing you the video.
We're showing you the video.
The door. You ain't showing me the video of me scratching your car. Get off my plan. That's my vine. Get off my plan.
Baby, get off the vine.
I ain't even gonna go there.
No, that's my grapevine.
All right, man.
Okay,
all right.
thank you.
You owe me a plant if
I don't owe you
scratch.
shit. Fuck you.
Oh,
I
really?
bet you won't bring your motherfucking ass.
Can you please stop, sir? All we want to do is just talk to you civil.
That's the problem. You and your kids want to play fucking victim. Your son came over here.
Y'all are so violent.
Your son came over here.
Baby, please,
Your
no.
son came over here with a fucking whip. Bring his ass over here again and see
Please.
what the fuck happened.
So the parents were on live with a Facebook channel titled Smash the Topic. I will link this full video in the description below, but this is crazy so far. Let's see what they saying right here, man.
The next one that we're going to show is my husband going over to talk to.
So,
Okay, wait, because he goes to the car, right? There's damage on the car. So where's that? Do you have the video from the neighbor to show? I know you said it was kind of
It's
murky.
a real bad
yeah,
video. Let me see.
it's right here. It's a bad video. It's the glare from the sun caused the
Let me
video
try
to
to
not be able to
zoom
see
in.
it.
That's okay.
But as you see here, this is our car here.
I see the shadow.
Walking up.
I see the shadow. He goes to the door.
Look like it's maybe two people by the door.
It is, or someone else. There is someone down on the end. They're waiting by the car.
And that's where the video ends there. Because it's based off the neighbor across the street's ring camera.
Or is that him? Was that him at the end?
At the end of
Banging on the.
No, yeah, at the very end. That
Oh,
shadow.
that was at the shadow.
someone else?
Yes,
That was him?
him.
Okay, beautiful. All of that was him.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha,
Yes.
gotcha. It was not a second person.
No.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
So
So it did go back by the car. We did see the shadow.
yes, it did. Okay, so so the events that led up to the 9-year-old coming to our door, the kid claimed as he was walking home that he was jumped by our son. Our son is 13 years old. He gets out of school 2 hours after the 9-year-old gets out of school. So there's no way our son could have touched or even seen, this 9-year-old kid that claims he was jumped by our son. This is not the first incident that we've had with the neighbor accusing our sons of doing things that they didn't do. We'll eventually go back and show you guys the previous post from 2019 from where we had an issue with him, and then we'll give you a breakdown of that. But so the 9-year-old claimed that he was jumped by our son. What actually happened is that we spoke with a group of kids that walk home with the 9-year-old as well as my daughter, and the entire group basically confirmed my daughter's story. My daughter told us that the 9-year-old kid was saying rude things to the group of kids. The group of kids
Racial slurs.
racial slurs to those kids. The group of kids that the 9-year-old was with were all African American, and I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay,
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, you're not. You didn't say a name.
The group of kids, how can I put it?
It's okay. You can just say it.
Yeah, I got you.
It's okay. You didn't say a name. You
Okay,
can
I just wanted to
describe
make sure.
them. It's just a
Just wanted to make
description. Go ahead.
Okay, so the 9-year-old was saying racial slurs to the other kids. Some of those kids that he said those slurs to were brothers and sisters. So those kids proceeded to basically attack him. I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what happened.
Well,
what
he
happened?
started
Go
by
ahead.
hitting them with his skateboard. He
Exactly.
typically rides a skateboard to school, so he was hitting the other kids with his skateboard. And apparently, you know, when he hit the kids with the skateboard, you know, their siblings started, you know, getting in. It was
Getting
a brother. It was a brother that was there, and he was like, you know, I had to defend my sister. He was hitting my sister, and once he hit my daughter, like a few months back, she came home crying because another kid had scratched up her face, and I had told her, you know, hey, don't come back here with your tail between your legs. You need to defend yourself. And that's what she did, and he didn't like it. And when she defended herself, another kid ended up pushing him
into some water.
Yeah, so the kid pushed him from the back, and when he got up, you know, the first person he saw was Jordan, which is my daughter, and he attacked her. So she came home, and that's when she told me, you know, what had took place. And we, you know, we were having a conversation about it, and he came to the door beating on the door. So that's where we are with, you know, him beating on the door at this point.
Okay, so as far as the now we're going to show you guys the video. Well, actually, after the 9-year-old beats on the door, my wife calls the police, correct? The police show up. At that time, the kid had already walked off. The police show up. I wasn't home at the time, but she was, so I'm going to let her explain it.
When the police showed up, he pretty much told me that since the boy was 9 years old, it was pretty much nothing we can do. He started to question me, asking me, do I think that the little boy has mental issues, or that he dealing with some type of issues. And like I told him, you know, he's not my son, so I don't know, you know, that has nothing to do with me. I'm calling for help regarding this situation. And I really didn't understand why he was asking me those type of questions. He pretty much said, you know, as far as the damage to my car, it's nothing we can do. I mean, if we decide to take him to court, it's gonna be a civil matter, and that it's gonna be very expensive for us to pursue.
Even with vandalism, do you have pictures of the damage on your vehicle?
I do.
Because with the whip, once he left, you are claiming that he hit the vehicle.
Yes.
And made the scratch with the whip.
Yes.
We have the vehicle here. We could actually.
Yeah. On the way out, we can walk over and see it. Actually.
Okay.
Cool. So he said that we couldn't press charges or charge him with vandalism because he was only 9 years old.
Right.
Is what the officer told us. He said that we could speak with the neighbor and you know, see if we could file it on his insurance, or if he was willing to pay for it, you know, pay for the damages.
Right.
Or if not, then we would have to go to court about it.
So the police didn't help you?
No,
at all. So he told me he would go and speak with the family, and he went over there to see what was going on. The father was not home at the time, so the little boy answered the door. He said his father wasn't there. The police came back to me and told me he would stay in the area until his dad got home. Meanwhile, the little boy came back outside in the middle of the street with the whip.
He came after the police left?
After the police left.
But
No. He left his house. He came to our house. Like, the police were at our house.
So basically, the police was at his house. When the kid said the dad wasn't there, he came back to our house to tell my wife. At the time, my wife, when he was talking to my wife, the 9-year-old, same kid, comes into the street with the same whip. And the cop says nothing to him. So nothing at all.
Even though he saw the whip
Even though he saw
himself?
the whip,
He didn't
yes.
say
Everybody
anything.
saw the whip?
Everybody saw the whip.
Didn't say anything to him
And
at all.
after
He didn't
that,
take the weapon?
No, did not.
Nope.
No, he did not at all.
So after that, I ended up going in the house. He said that he would stay in the area until his father came home. His dad ended up coming home, and my son was outside. So he came in and told me, you know, hey, you know, the police officer is talking to the neighbor. I mean, he spoke to the neighbor for less than maybe 5 minutes. He told me after he spoke with the neighbor that he would come back and you know, give me the rundown. He did not come back. He left and then called me and said, since the neighbor is moving, it'll work itself out.
Yeah,
So he was like, he's moving. He's in the process of moving, so everything
he?
will work itself out.
I'm
I mean,
not
we
sure.
don't know.
I don't know.
Does it look like he's moving? Do you see
We
boxes
never-
everywhere?
No, I
No.
don't see any boxes. No boxes.
Okay.
No
You don't see any
boxes.
people like coming in the garage?
No,
Like
no,
it's
no.
feel like they're leaving?
He has a trailer that sits out front, and it has a bunch of random things on it. But other than that, no, I don't see any trucks coming, U-Haul or anything like that.
Nothing
coming
like
to move
that.
Anything out.
Okay, beautiful. So you have a video?
Yes.
Something next? Okay.
Okay, so this all happened right after school. The cop came. This is about 4:30 in the afternoon.
Maybe like 2 hours had passed.
After the cop called my wife and let her know what's going on, I was on the road. So I came back into town. I was coming back into town after I delivered my load. So I got home around 7 p.m. So after my wife told me that the police officer said I needed to speak with the neighbor about the damages to see if he would, if he's willing to cover them. I told my wife, okay, so let's go ahead and call the police back out. Let's get a sergeant out this time. So maybe the sergeant will actually do something. So
Right.
before I even, I'm inside of the house at this time. We called the police. We let them know, hey, we need a sergeant back out because the previous cop had no answers for us.
And they told me, they would get someone out. Right now they're busy, and they would get someone out when they have someone in the area. And then correction on the time, you got home about 6:30 because the video shows that we went over there about 6:59.
Okay, so I got home about 6:30. So at around about 30 minutes later, I go outside. When I go outside, I see the guy standing in his driveway on the phone next to his trailer. So I proceed to walk over. To him to have a conversation with him to figure out and also to show him the video, because the first cop that came never showed the dad the video.
The scratch.
He never even told him about the scratch. The dad had no idea that the kid scratched the car. So I had my phone. You can see in the video when we show you guys that I have my phone in my hand. In the video you can't see the dad because he had already went into the house. The dad when the dad seen me walking up, he went into the house. He went inside the house before I could even get there. So in the video it shows me walking up. He's already in the house at that time. So we're going to show you guys the full version, the version that went viral that you guys seen. We cut out the first, I think, 2 minutes because the first 2 minutes is just me knocking on the door.
You knocked for 2 minutes?
Yeah, trying to get him to come outside.
Did you hear any movement?
Yes.
Anyone at the door? Was he talking behind the door?
Yes.
You'll hear that as
so
well.
in the video, you can hear it in the background kind of faintly, but you can hear the kid, the 9-year-old, the same kid that came to our door with the whip. He's telling me his dad is not home. And I said, I seen your dad just walking in the house. I just want to have a conversation with him about the damages to our vehicle. The kid tells me, my dad is not home. Did you not just hear me? So I say, okay. I say, little kid, I'm not going to argue with you about this. I just want to speak to an adult. So can you please have your dad come to the door? So, at that point, it goes silent. So I ring the doorbell and I knock. And as you'll see, about 2.5 to 3 minutes into the video, you'll hear the dad yelling, "Stop banging on my door like that." And that is when I say, well, sir, I'm not banging on your door, but your son did just come and bang on our door. So I'm just trying to have a conversation with you about this, what's going on. So let's play the video.
Is that all the way up?
So he was standing, pause it baby real quick. When I came outside, he was standing here.
Okay.
By the garage. He was on his phone. Before I can even get halfway up the street, he had already walked in. He seen me coming and walked into
Can you
the house.
turn it like more toward me? No. Yeah, right there.
Okay, go ahead.
I saw him.
Your dad's here. I just seen him. I need to talk to him. Your dad is here. I just seen him walk in the house. I don't know who you're talking to, little kid. I need to talk to your dad. You hear him?
What'd he say?
You recording me?
Yeah.
The little kid, he yelling through the door. Did you hear me? Yelling through the door.
People keep talking about a gun in the comments. Somebody the bad guys are doing.
When he opens the door, he'll have a gun behind his
He has a
back.
gun behind his back.
He kind of leans up against the doorway to
Didn't he drop it?
kind of hide.
Is this the incident where he dropped it?
He didn't drop. He set it down.
Sad.
Then picked it back up and
You
accidentally.
can't even have a conversation
You
with
can
her.
hear that, English?
Yes.
Good, good.
Your son beat on mine. I need to talk about these damages to my car. Your son, let me show you the video. You come outside and talk like an adult.
As you can hear in the video, he said what damages, which means the cop never told him about any of the damages to our vehicle. So he basically just gave a vague description of what happened. So that is why I went to this gentleman's home to simply show him what his son had, to show him the proof of what his son had done, so that maybe we can resolve the issue, as adults. But he came to the door immediately hostile. He went into the home to get a gun for one. That's the whole reason he went, because I was walking up peacefully. So he went into the home with the intention to get his weapon to come outside, and talk. So as you'll see here, when he opens the door, he leans up against the doorway with his hand behind his back, and he has a .357 Magnum gun, fully loaded, behind his back.
Okay, in 1 second, put a pin there. Y'all, a whip is a whip. WHIP. A whip is a whip. Like you whip horses or you whip slaves.
They use,
Okay, beautiful.
So one of my neighbors told me that they use that whip to whip their dogs. So
They whip their dogs with it, but he's knocking on your door with
with
it.
it, as if my daughter is a dog.
He wants to
Or a
whip your
black
daughter.
slave.
Exactly.
Maybe we can figure it out. I'm trying to have a simple conversation. We can take it somewhere else if you want to. I need to show you the video of your son hitting our door with this whip and hitting our car. So, want to see this video? Let me see it. I don't know, but I know that my son told me that your boy jumped him on his way home. My boy, my son.
Okay, so right there, he accuses my 13-year-old son of jumping his son on the way home. Again,
The second time he's accused our son of doing something such as like talking to his daughter. He blasted us on
so
Hold on 1 second.
get
Okay, no cursing. Okay, no cursing. Is any cursing coming up? Is anybody cursing?
yeah, I think.
towards
Okay.
the end of the video.
Okay, stop it before it starts cursing.
Okay.
Let us play as soon as you stop it when you know it's coming. Okay, it's going off. Okay, people keep saying to take it to court. I know that the police, because the police did reach out to you guys today, the detective, and I know that they asked you, and you'll go into that, but something has happened. But if the dad has a gun, is it possible that he sees his dad with the gun and maybe possibly, and you just want to, get it on the record?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the whole point of us, having this interview here, is because we want to make sure that it doesn't escalate. Because apparently the law enforcement feels that the kid coming to our door with the whip is not a big deal. He's a 9-year-old kid. He's just a kid. It'll all blow over. Those are all. That I believe the police are downplaying this situation as if it can't escalate. This young kid shows the same aggressive behavior as his father. If his father comes to the door with the gun after his son does something wrong, I feel that the son may feel that it's okay to bring a gun to the school, to bring a gun to our home. If he's okay with bringing a whip to our home, he's okay with bringing a gun to our home.
Coming outside with I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Coming outside. Yeah, because I saw the way you started walking up on me. We've already had beef before.
We don't have.
So as you heard him say, he saw me walking up, which means he seen me coming. He was outside and he seen me coming and went into the home. So that validates my story of he seen me coming up, with nothing in my hands, no weapon or anything like that. I'm just simply coming to have a conversation to show him the video of his son.
I'm coming to have a conversation with you, sir. Your son? I'll show you the video. This is what your son came to our house to do.
Our son is 13. He doesn't even go to Lewis.
My son, how did my son jump? Okay, so he beat on your door. Okay, now we have a huge scratch.
Can you come look at our car?
The whip that came from the whip. We need to figure out how we're gonna figure out. My son never touched your car.
We
You
have
have a video that he touched your car?
the neighbor does across the street.
So at that time when he said that we have the video, we had not yet talked to the neighbor. The neighbor told us that it was something on the camera showing someone by our car, but they were at work at the time, so they couldn't send us the video at that time.
You got a video?
Come over here.
Not really. We have it on video. All right, get off my property. Seriously, get off my property.
Why I tell you?
Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son. I'm showing you the video.
We're showing you the video.
The door. You ain't showing me the video of me scratching your car. Get off my plan. That's my plan.
So you hear him say, "You show me a video of him hitting your door. You didn't show me a video of the car." I believe that right there shows he had no care in the world about his son coming to our home to harm our daughter. He had no care. You know, he felt like that was okay. There's no consequence. I felt that there was no consequence for his son coming to our home to basically whip our daughter.
Lynch our daughter.
Exactly.
Someone said they're not both black. Yes, these two are both black. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so go ahead.
That's my vine. Get off my vine.
Baby, get off the vine.
I didn't even go there.
No, that's my grapevine. All right.
Okay, thank you.
He's about to cuss.
So, yeah, so that was
Okay. Do you? Is there cussing when the gun goes off?
Yes.
Can you fast forward? Oh no. Okay.
I can.
Let's try to. Let's
See if you can get us a spot.
Yeah,
Just
you
1
said
second,
drop
y'all.
the gun in, B. Yeah.
It's all cussing?
cussing, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Can you put it to the part so I can hear the gunshot?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you what.
Go ahead. Let me see the gunshot. Oh, I heard the gunshot. Okay, that's good. So the gun goes off.
So right there you
Let's
can
go back.
see, but no cursing there. Like you
Okay.
see
Okay,
where
let's go.
you see him sitting it down.
Well, okay, go back.
Is there another person out there?
Yeah, that's his
That's
daughter.
his daughter standing in the doorway. Go back a little bit, baby.
It's too much cussing right there. I can't.
Yeah. No.
So, but right
That's
here,
okay.
right
We
here,
heard the gunshot.
right here.
Okay.
Right here, it's not cussing.
Okay, good.
So don't play it yet. But right
Okay.
here, as you can see, he's putting the gun down. His
Okay.
daughter is standing right here in the doorway.
Okay, gotcha.
Baby, get back.
Pause.
Okay, boom. Okay, y'all heard the gunshot. Go ahead.
It's nothing else right there. It's just
No,
him
that's
saying,
it.
"Oh my God."
Okay.
Oh my God!
That's it.
So,
Wow. Okay, thank you.
if we kind of rewind it, you can hear him say, "Good thing it was a blank."
Yeah.
Oh, he said that?
He
Yeah.
said that. You can.
But the officer said it was damage. He was like, it was
It wasn't
major
a blank, it
damage
was a
over
bullet.
there, and it was bullet. It was
Go
a
back.
bullet, but
It
he
was a
couldn't
bullet?
find it.
Oh
Go
Lord.
back. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, I did hear it. Boom, there it is right
Okay.
there
So
again.
can we come
Okay,
real quick?
yeah, for sure.
Okay. So real quick. Okay.
And the daughter's still on the thing.
daughter's
There's a daughter
still there.
right there by the door.
So as you see, he leans down to pick the gun up, and when he picks it up, is when it goes off.
Baby, get back.
Did he look like he did it on purpose? Well, he went back.
Yeah, he was scared.
Yeah, okay, but
He-
yeah, I saw
it
him
scared
jump back.
Yeah, it scared him. So
Okay.
he was picking up like I said, the gun was cocked and ready to go. He picked the gun up,
Wow.
and as he picked it up, he accidentally
and
squeezed
he's
it and
got
went
slippery fingers.
off. Exactly. And the whole time, his daughter is standing right behind him.
And it was so many kids. They were in front of our house playing basketball. I mean, it was so
Wow.
many people
It was-
outside. It
So
could
the
have been a
police,
lot
did the
worse.
police come?
Yes.
Well, after this is when I called the police again, frantic, like, "Oh my God, he has a gun! Like, please get someone here." And that's when they sent 2 police officers to come.
But remember, we had called the police before we had even went outside. So at this point, it's now been about 20 minutes, and the police still weren't there. So that's why we had to call again after the gunshot. And they still took them about 10 minutes to get there. This whole time, it was about, I would say, 10 to 15 kids outside playing basketball right in front of our house. My son had his friends over. They were playing basketball right outside in front of the house.
And they were going to his home because apparently he had called the police as well. And they were going to him at first. And we're like, we're the ones who called the police. And that's when they went and, apprehended him and then came back to try and see what went on.
All right, so that's a crazy situation right here. All the parents out there, what would you do? What would you do if you were faced with this situation, man? Once again, shouts out to Smash the Topic on Facebook. Go ahead and check them out. I put the rest of the link to that video right there. But that's crazy. First of all, why does that kid have a whip? I guess the explanation is that they were using it on their dog. But for the kid to automatically think that, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and whip this black girl, beat this little black girl with it, that's wild. That's wild. And of course, the apple does not fall too far from the tree. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I'm very, very interested in seeing what you guys got to say about this one right here. I'm going to sign out though. It's your man Stacy. I'm out.